Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Juma Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, and Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Yesterday, the New Patriotic Party, if you like, under the guise of the government, because we all know what's happening in Parliament. The minority NDC is against the e-levy proposed, and the majority NPP, the New Patriotic Party in government, are for the e-levy, even though the general masses of the people are telling them that e-levy is not what we want at this point, because we are already not in normal times, we are in difficulty. The principle is not against taxes. The principle is about how much taxes have already been collected and how they have been utilized, and how the people want government to show working, and also government to be able to show their scorecard in relation to tax mobilization and tax utilization. So even before we come to the question about how much we spent on the town hall meeting, you remember earlier we had done Baumia Speaks on digitalization, how much we spent on those ones, and how each media house got, and how much each media house got, and because it was syndicated and all of that, the organization's light, sound, stage, everything else. We will come to that conversation. But it was addressed by the Finance Minister, Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta. The town hall meeting was also emceed by my colleague, Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, Minister for Information. We also had Alexander Afenyo-Markin, who is the MP for Futu and who is also the Deputy Majority Leader. We had MP for Ablekuma West, Esla Owusu-Ekufo, who is also the Minister responsible for communication. We have been told that the e-levy, which most Ghanaians are talking against, and they don't want it to be introduced because they think that consultations have not been done extensively, and they think that even the pegging of 1.75 on the e-levy is too harsh for our present economic situation and our present personal economies, and so it should be shelved. Or some believe that it should be dropped to 1%. Some believe it should be taken away all completely. There are 3 or 4 schools of thought. But government is adamant. They say we will do the 1.75. And you heard my friend, Dr. Stephen Amo. I said we will pass it, whether you like it or not. I like Afenyo-Markin's posture because you see, he says there may be some mischief that's being played, but also the questions that are being asked, which are legitimate, and the issues that are being raised need to be looked at. And then we need to start looking at the issues of harmonizing, the tax mobilization and tax utilization. So I like that position. I like that posture. But then the conversation here this morning is this. Yesterday, when the Minister for Communication spoke, I was expecting that the Minister for Communication, for example, would have given us the scorecard of how much the communication service tax, which was introduced a long time ago, which was also increased at some point from 6 pesos to 9 pesos, and eventually was dropped because people started complaining about it. You remember the whole drama where the telco started deducting, you buy 10 CDs and they deduct upfront, so you don't get 10 CDs, you can't do your mashup. Do you remember that? It was all because of the communication service tax. The conversations we had, that deduction is still going on. So when you pick up your phone and you make a call, some money is deducted from you. When you text, some money is deducted from you. When you use data, some money is deducted from your account. So you are already being taxed for deciding to make a call or to browse. And that is why your data has become expensive. And that is why recently even the telcos have also, go and do your mashup, do 10 CDs mashup. And come and tell me if you were getting the same value of credit you used to get back in the day. So we are taking money for these things already. Now, we were told that the communication service tax, among other things, will help us to generate jobs for the youth and also help us to fight cybercrime. I remember A strong case was made for it. Kojo Nkrumah jumped from one media house to the other, and Uso Kufu jumped from one media house to the other, and they made a strong case for it. Yesterday at the town hall meeting, while they were making a strong case for the e-levy and telling us it's the e-levy that will raise the revenue for us to build roads and also to create jobs for the youth, I was expecting them to come and say, we have collected X amount of money since we started deducting communication service tax or CST, and these are the number of jobs we have created sector by sector. This is how much we are paying the young people, and this is why we are asking you to support e-levy. That show of work was not there. So this morning, I am daring the government, I'm daring Kojo Nkrumah, I'm daring Exley Kufu, I'm daring Afenyo Makin, I'm daring Ken Ofori-Atta, and anybody else who's supporting the e-levy to come and show the good people of Ghana what they have done with the communication service tax. Show evidence, show proof, show sector by sector working. That I took X amount of money from the people of Ghana. I said I was going to create jobs for the young people. I said I was also going to make sure that cybercrime becomes a thing of the past and many other things. Now, 4 years down the line or 3 years down the line or 2 years down the line, I'm asking you for another tax to do similar things. But first, this is my terminal report. The children are coming home today. Even the children from our secondary schools, when they're coming home today, and I hear that the secondary school guys will go back on the 7th of February. So they're coming home today, they'll go back on the 7th of February. What a short break. Now, the question I'm asking is that if I come to you to ask you for money to start a banana hawking business, and then you give me money, and I go and sell the banana, and I'm coming to you, I want to, expand my business, whatever it is. You should be asking me, or I should be telling you how much you gave me in the past, how I've managed it, how much bananas I bought, how my reach and spread is, whether I've been able to employ some more people or not, and then I will use that as basis to demand for more. You have collected our CST, but you have not told us what you have done with the CST. You have not told us sector by sector in education, this is how we have created, how many jobs. In health, this is what we have created. Agric, in mining, in trade and industry. You should give us sector by sector. And that is the challenge. That for me is one of the things that will help you to make a strong case for the e-levy. But until then, until you show working, forget about it. Now, beyond everything else, when the telcos charge us for 1%, 1%, when the telcos charge us 1% for those transactions, or whether they cap it, how much does government get out of what the telcos charge us? The government has been silent on it. So you want to collect from what the telcos are doing and earning from us, because even they who are providing the platform are taking 1%. You who do not provide any platform, you want to take 1.75%. Now the question I'm asking this morning, question number 2. Number 1 is, show working with the CST. How many jobs have you created? How has it helped in fighting cybercrime? Give us a sector by sector, a trend series analysis, like Stephen Amar says. He says the minority should bring a certain trend series analysis. You are asking for money, and you are asking the person who is challenging you to bring a trend series analysis. What kind of this thing is that? So number 1, show us working. Number 2, I want to see how a sector by sector breakdown is done. We are told that the e-levy will also improve our roads. Fantastic idea. But we were in this country when we were told that we were bringing in Sino Hydro. And that Sino Hydro was going to do all our roads for us, or majority of it. And we were also told that, even though Arocha Ghana and the rest were against the introduction of Sino Hydro, we said we were still going to do it because of the essence of the Sino Hydro deal. Question, did the Sino Hydro deal come? If it did not come, why did we go on with the year of roads? If it came and we earmarked 1 year as year of roads, 2020, last year, 2021 was a second year of roads, 2022 is another year of roads. So is the Sino Hydro deal, which we made a lot of noise about, is it that it was not enough, or what? I expect government to be answering that question. Because you take money. I see some asphalting going on, re-asphalting. Yes, it's fine. The other time I spoke about the Hohoe roads, some NDC people were not too happy that I gave credit to Amewu. Well, sorry if he didn't construct them, but I'm saying that it is almost impossible to say that somebody hasn't done anything at all. It's almost impossible, but that's an issue for another day. But our roads are bad. Our roads connecting our farmlands to the cities and the markets are bad. It contributes to the pricing of food. So where is Sino Hydro? Because our bauxite is being mined, is it not? Did the Sino Hydro money come? It was supposed to deal with the roads. That's why we have year of roads, second year of roads, another year of roads. So accountability is most important. Now, how much is the e-levy supposed to generate? And how much have we lost through the Auditor General's report? And how much more will we get if we, for example, pass the tax exemptions law? And how much, for example, will we get more if we cut down on expenditure from the presidency, the office of the vice president, all through, if we cut down expenditure? For example, the last time I showed you something that says, well, enhanced office operations, 140 million and over, enhanced office operations. And also, enhanced office, the office is operating, but now we want to enhance the office operations. Now, after we have enhanced the office operations, what is the result? Is this the result? When we were telling you in your first term that you had too many ministers, some of them who did absolutely nothing. You had a Greek ministry, you had a minister, you had a deputy minister, you had a minister in charge of horticulture, you had a minister in charge of crops, you had a minister in charge of livestock. 5 ministers plus the chief director, 6 people at the ministry. When we told you that that was too many, you told us that, oh, you know what you were doing and that you trust them and that you believe that you have the capacity and you have the men to deal with the thing. You pay them salaries, you pay them ex gratia, and you want the taxpayer who has only 300 Ghana cedis or 400 Ghana cedis as their capital, if they want to send it to buy goods and services to be able to trade, you want to tax their capital in and tax it out, and you tell me that you know how to manage the economy. You are not managing the economy. Show working. You piled a whole lot of ministers, elephant-sized government. Elephant-sized government. We told you that you are appointing too many people. You say, shut up, we know what we're doing. Now, election 2020 showed you that the people have departed from you because what you touted as the unprecedented election results in 2016, where you claimed that you got 1 million votes, even when you were coming in opposition against the government in power, in 2020, while in power, 1 district, 1 factory, 1 village, 1 dam, free SHS, you build WAF, you build AstroTurf, you build this, you build that, you build this, you build that, all of it that you did. Your votes were halved, and the person who got less than 5 million actually came 6 million apiece. It should send a message to you. See how Parliament is. You had 169 seats, 106. Now you have 137 plus 137. That's a message from the Ghanaian to you. But the Ahumaswa 24/7 is still not helping you. The Ahumaswa 24/7, Hinowomo 24/7 is not helping you. Tweet it and let them see. Hashtag Johnny's Bite. So I'm asking simple questions. Show working. Our state institutions are expanding. We are putting party boys and girls everywhere. Why do we do this to ourselves? And then you come and tell the people they need to sacrifice. When they don't see you sacrificing, they won't be encouraged to sacrifice. You have not paid NAPCO people. And then now you are telling them that when they send mobile money because of e-levy, so if I send my cousin who is a NAPCO beneficiary, I send him 300 Ghana cedis because he has not been paid for 5 months, you are going to deduct from me. And then if he also decides to send his little brother some portion of the money, you are going to deduct from there. You have not paid the person for 5 months and you are deducting from the person. What kind of insensitivity is this? What kind of insensitivity is this? What kind of insensitivity is this? Open the folder for me. And I was expecting that the town hall meeting would have addressed these things. I want in the coming week for us to be told how much we spent on the town hall meeting because it's nobody's pocket money. It is our tax money. I want to see you show working. Show us how many jobs you have created from the CST. Show us how you have helped to fight cybercrime. Show us. This is a NAPCO beneficiary. Open this for me. He's a teacher. Raphael Owusu, yesterday I put something on Twitter and he responded. He said, Johnny, in my school, I'm the only science teacher teaching Form 1 to Form 3 with over 300 pupils as a NAPCO trainee. And for now, I'm at home, all because of non-payment of stipends. And my headmistress and CISO at the office keep calling me to come and teach. Hashtag Johnny's Bite. If you are not hashtagging Johnny's Bite, waiting you gain. This is the reality. Now there's a threat that, if you don't attend to work or if you don't go to work and opportunities come, you will not get those opportunities. They say opportunities abound. You bring people to come and replace them. They actually teach the people you bring. They teach them the job. Those are GRA and all. They complain. When the opportunities come, you bring people from outside, come and employ them. But when it came to when they had to be taking 700 Ghana cedis per month for 3 years, you put them there, trying to bid time for when opportunity comes for you to bring people in. That is ungodly. That is immoral. That is corrupt. That should not be happening under the incorruptible Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It should not be happening. And you see, there's another one. Now, this is a letter. Yesterday, I read for you a letter from the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Now, yesterday, the letter was written that the NAPCO beneficiaries should go. Maybe you'll find that letter. Well, after the high-powered meeting, this was a high-powered meeting, chaired by the Vice President and the Chief of Staff, saying that NAPCO beneficiaries are supposed to stay on. Somebody decided that I work at the ministry and I think that, well, let us ask them to go. The presidency makes an order and the ministry decides to make a counter order. Abu Malorof. President speaks and then the ministry makes, it's not really written by the minister, they make a statement to say, we are countering what the president is saying. That letter was minuted. Whoever signed that letter should be held accountable. Whoever minuted on it should be held accountable. Whoever received it and was ready to take action should be held accountable. It is not an administrative error. It is premeditated. It was thought through. Now, this is the letter. 26 January 2022. After we read that letter, it says, retention and exit of Nation Builders Corps trainees under placement in your organization. You are hereby informed that the ministry has not taken any decision in relation to the retention or otherwise of the NAPCO trainees. And as you are aware, it is government policy that NAPCO trainees, having gained some level of experience, be given opportunity for placement as part of the exit plan. Disregard the letter being circulated. This is by Benjamin Afo, Chief Director for the Minister. It's to all registrars, the Honorable Minister, the Director of HRM, who wrote the letter, by the way. Now, you see how heartless this letter is. This letter is not apologizing for the obvious gaffe that they committed. This letter has no dignity and respect for the NAPCO beneficiary who has not been paid for 5 months, some 8 months, some 10 months. It is not apologizing to them. It is not apologizing to the good people of Ghana. It is just telling us what we already know, which they decided to overturn. Like Koko Anyido, who will say this morning, heads should be rolling, people should be chopping query. But it is on Ghana. It will not happen, and so people will be emboldened to do even more. And this is how we start getting tax irregularities, salary irregularities, payment irregularities, procurement irregularities, all of them as reported by the Auditor General. 12 billion. 12 billion. What was the directive? We leave this. Now, there's something that I saw on social media. My senior asked to Now, I've seen a letter. See, so this is another letter from the Ministry of Finance, dated the 30th of July 2021. It's regarding the NAPCO beneficiaries. It's a release of funds compensation of employees for the second quarter of 2021 NAPCO. This was given to Kafuide on GTV by my namesake John Kuma, Dr. John Kuma, who's Deputy Minister for Finance. It talks about 138 million Ghana cedis that must be released. Okay, it must be released for the second quarter. This was signed by Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta. So if this letter was released as far as July, in good time for August, September, October, November, December salaries or stipends for NAPCO people, why is this letter alive and well? Mr. Ofori-Atta is alive and well. Everybody else is alive and well, but the NAPCO people have not been paid their monies. But the letter is there. Why? Is it a case of Midofwa Dadame? Or what? Now, quick one before we go. I saw something on Facebook. Okay. So this is Astus Kwesi Ahiableh. He writes this. He says, take off your belt. Let's enter the Ghana airport. Take off your belt. So in 2022, there's no gadget at airports to scan belts, apart from passengers having to endure the indignity of undressing, all because they want to travel by air. This respectable, well-dressed, all-grey elderly man ahead of me in the queue, possibly in the 60s, just saw his trousers drop to his feet after taking off his belt. The desperate but unsuccessful struggle to protect his dignity afterwards in the middle of a crowded room. What is all this? This is the same airport that bought Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. The same airport that bought Christmas tree. They can't afford metal detectors. So they ask you to take off your belt. Sometimes you take off your shoe. You fill plenty forms. Even though your bio data is supposed to be there and we have biometric. So I'm just saying good morning to the airport company. I'm just saying good morning to you. This is somebody's reality of your services, customer service 2022. This is it. Take off your belt. That's just good morning to you. I know that tonight there will be a flashy outdooring of a VVIP launch, private jet launch by McDonald Aviation. Beautiful edifice. I've seen it. It's so wonderful. I've seen it. It's so beautiful. I wish that the airport company is in its entirety. What was built for you, Terminal 3, Terminal 2, Terminal 1, what was built for you will be managed properly so that we'll not have a situation like this. Because obviously if you enter the private jet lounge, nobody will ask you to take off your belt. Money goes sweet, oh. Money the sweet, so I hear. So congrats to McDonald and the team, but I'm saying that the bigger picture, the airport company must go. Now we'll read a few of your messages. But Danny, play this video for me. Play this video for me, please. Quickly, please. We have to go. Play this video for me. This is Wa, somewhere in Wa.
Good evening. This is the current situation of our roads. See, our street lights, none of them. This is the road leading to Airstrip. From T Junction to Airstrip, none of the street lights is on. It's from the T Junction to the new regional hospital. None of our street lights is on. And we are pleading to the Honorable MC and the regional minister to help fix these street lights. Let's fix what street lights. Thank you.
It's weekend, people will be traveling. Accra, Kumasi, Accra, Tamale, Bolga to Wa, Accra, Takrady, Cape Coast, Kumasi. People will be traveling, crisscrossing. And for those of you who travel by road, the big men, they usually don't travel by road, they travel by air. By this time, they would have booked their flights already. They're either going for 4:30 or they go for 7:30. They have booked their flights already. Most of them don't travel by road. So what you feel, they don't feel. But we speak on your behalf, #Johnny's Bite, to make them know that this is what you feel. Our roads are dangerous. National Road Safety Authority is watching. Our roads are dangerous. And when I was coming to work, the traffic light at the president's intersection, the house in front, the house where the president lives at Nima, the traffic intersection, there's a Nima police station, the president's house is here, there are businesses there all through. The traffic lights there have gone off. They've gone off. They didn't go off today. They've gone off since. So if the president's traffic lights have gone off and nobody cares, nobody wants to put it back on, it's almost like, okay, you can get off our backs. You can get off our backs. How is it that the traffic light at the president's junction, with all the hostilities within the sub-region, Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, and the traffic light at our president's house is off? Traffic lights where we showed you this video is off. And in many other places, street lights are off. You see, most people die on our roads not because they are altogether careless. People die on our roads because our roads have no markings. Our roads have no street lights. So when you are driving sometimes at night, people throw their highlights on you. You don't see, you veer into their lane. Before you know it, you're a funeral. And then we'll come and announce, oh, only 1,355 other people died. When one person dies, it's a danger to us. We drove on this road from Accra, Volta region to Accra. You see how everybody has their highlight on? Look at it. The roads are not marked. This weekend, people will be traveling. So this is even better. This one is better so you can see, you can stay in your lane. But in most cases, we do know what our roads are. We just pretend too much in this country. We will construct gutters, we will not cover them. We'll go and take loan, we'll do roads, we will not guard them. We do everything. Nyama, basa, chaka, koto. Why do we do that to ourselves? Let's read 2 or 3 messages and we'll close. Today I want to read a few of your messages. Okay. So, good morning, Johnny. Tell NPP government that holding town hall meetings is bogus. It cannot change the citizens' mind. Ghanaians are suffering from cruel attitude of this government. Hashtag drop the e-levy and go back and implement the road tolls with monitoring and supervision. You'll be able to raise enough revenue. Dasa Solomon. Legislators of the ruling party have been taxed to spread their tentacles to educate Ghanaians about the importance of e-levy, and so therefore they will be holding town hall meetings to put their message across. I think, left to me, I will not participate in such a debate because it's nuisance to Ghanaian society and must be rejected. Alhaji Willie P. in Efiekuma. Good morning. I'm Eben from Kwabena. The clueless and insensitive government of incompetent President Akufo-Addo should understand that the e-levy is one and should somehow. We don't need it to a period. No amount of explanation will make some of us change our minds. There are other alternatives, so they shouldn't bother us with this killer e-levy. Regards to Neil, okay, push it up there. Now, maybe last 2. Abochi Philip from Keta says, Voltarians in NPP should learn from this. When a tidal wave happened in Ketu South and Nanado refused to come to the aid of the affected people. But when similar thing happened in Western region, Nanado donated a huge amount of money for the people. For to be frank, the NPP government is too selective. That's what you think. Okay, well, I don't think so. Suleiman from Sunyani KTK says, majority of Ghanaians now realize that opposition NDC lies and propaganda has become their trademark. So far as Ghanaians are concerned, we do not take whatever they talk about, they talk seriously, because they are always engaged in propaganda. I urge the good people of Ghana to support His Excellency President Akufo-Addo-led government to transform Ghana for all and the next generation. Long live President Akufo-Addo, long live Ghana. The battle still remains the Lord. And this is where we end Johnny's Bite this morning with Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 5. Because the president likes to quote the Bible, he sings gospel, he dances to Oye. A finance minister likes to start everything with a Bible verse. He wears his white. I like it. Many other people in the government quote Bible. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 5 says, it is better not to promise than to promise and not fulfill. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Good morning.